Welcome to Kirby Krulitz Court, Miner fans. We're in the home of Miner Country, Channel 3 Sports here. Barry Larson is alongside me tonight. I'm Jared Young, going to call the game for you tonight for our Wallace Varsity girls basketball team taking on the St. Mary Lumberjacks tonight, Barry.
St. Mary's comes in at they're 1-2. They have 2 losses to Lapway. Played them early in the season and a pretty high-scoring game. They lost by about 30, but the score is about 75-45, and then they played them a week later and they slowed it way down. So the ability to make adjustments throughout the course of the game, and they're playing a shorthanded Wallace team tonight without one of our leading players, Jaden House. So let's see how these Wallace girls respond.
Yep, Jaden House, you heard her ankle last game about the third quarter up in Bonner's Ferry. And the Miners are going to have to change things up a little bit tonight on offense. We'll see how Coach Farkas has them playing tonight without one of their stars. But I look for the other Miners to step up tonight. Go ahead.
We'll pass you off to social studies teacher and PA announcer Jared Schauber for this evening's announcements.
Before introducing tonight's starting lineups, we will honor America. At this time, please rise for the playing anthem. Starting tonight for St. Mary's, number 3, Sammy Paget. Number 10, Macy Rangel. Number 20, Jenna Older. Number 22, Kirsten Miller. And number 23, Mackenzie Hammond. The Lumberjacks are coached by Gary Cromwell and assisted by Nicole Weaver.
All right, Miner fans, just to reiterate, starting for St. Mary's tonight, number 3, Sam Badgett, number 10, Macy Rimmel, number 20, Jenna Holder, number 22, Kristen Miller, and number 23, Mackenzie Hammond. And for your Miners, number 3, McKelvey Speck, number 14, Chloe Selke, number 21, Brittany Phillips, number 23, Ellie Welch, and number 45, Brianna Burgum, rounding out the starting lineups for tonight. And there's our tip, and we're off to the races. Here goes St. Mary's. And I believe that was Jenna Holder with the first shot of the ball game.
Euro step there for Jenna Holder.
You're off.
Begin that game. Nice move. A little bit of defensive pressure for St. Mary's.
And now she comes up with a steal. Jenna Holder again from the free throw line, and she's off. Rebound, Lumberjacks. They work the ball around to Hammond, and she's a little deep on her first shot attempt, and that ball's going to get kicked out of bounds by Holder and be Miner basketball.
St. Mary's coming out trying to be real physical here to begin the game. Holder there really contesting that rebound. Just about went through Brianna Burgum, but the ball went out of bounds to the Miners. No harm, no foul.
Miners able to break the 2-2-1 press. Gets the ball to Selke. They're going to set the offense now.
Miners going to have to figure out a way to replace the scoring of Jaden House, our leading scorer, and one of the most exciting players Wallace has seen around here in some time. She twisted her ankle last game, and she's been shouldering a lot of the scoring load, scoring about 14 points a game.
Yeah, she's one of their best sharpshooters on the team, so they're going to have to get a team effort here tonight. You're going to need some big shots from Speck, and Welch outside is going to have to help them. Selke up off the glass and just a little bit hard. Rebound to Macy Rimmel.
Good look at the basket there for Chloe Selke, though, to get first shot of the game off for the Miners.
Nice look inside there by Hammond. Or excuse me, that was Holder. Gets the ball into Mackenzie Hammond. And she's going to get 2 shots here for our first foul of the ball game. They get that first foul on McKelvey Speck. That'll be her first personal, first foul, our first team foul. First free throw is off the mark by Hammond.
Tonight's official, Brad Andrickson, Brandon Bubar, and Mike Flock, veteran officials here. Good to see a good crew here. Kirby Krulitz court.
Hammond able to make it 3-0 with that made free throw attempt. Brittany Phillips manages to break the press. Good defense there by the Lumberjacks here to start off. Phillips gets a good look at it, and she's going to bounce one up off the back rim and off the board and in for the Miners, making it 3-2 now.
Different looking starting lineup for the Miners tonight. Brittany Phillips, I imagine this is her first start of the year, seeing some action early on. She was out under quarantine earlier this season and then steps right into the starting role. St. Mary's takes a 5-2 lead here with 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
And that's Jenna Holder. She's leading everyone in scoring right now. She's got 4 points.
St. Mary's showing some 2-2-1 pressure. This is something that most everybody in the region plays, so they're used to it and seem to handle it well.
St. Mary's real aggressive to start the game out on defense here. Again, knocking one out of bounds.
Usually a feeling out process here at the beginning of the game to see how the officials are going to call it, if they're going to let a little bit of physicality go on, or they're going to call a little bit tighter. It looks like these guys are going to let it go a little bit.
Miners set the offense. Back with it now. She's going to take it to the middle. Good pass to Selke.
Wonderful look by McKelvey Speck into Selke.
Brianna Burgum unable to come up with it. Ball squirts away to Rimmel, and she's going to bring it up and set the offense for the Lumberjacks.
That's encouraging, though, to see a couple real good looks at the basket early on by Chloe Selke. She's kind of gravitated outside earlier here in the season. It's nice to see her playing down close to the hoop and using her strength.
3-point attempt up by Rimmel, and she's off the mark.
That's a foul.
Ooh, and they're going to call that one Lumberjack basketball. I thought they might have tipped it out there. Ref saw it differently. Feel free to comment on our live chat during the ball game, and we'll try to give a shout out to some of our fans that are reaching out to both the Lumberjacks and our Miners. Foul on the floor by Brianna Burgum. Be a 2-shot foul. Second team foul for the Miners.
Sammy Badgett goes to the line. Her first shot up and just rims out. 5-2, 5 minutes left. You know, it could be a different game right now. Miners make a couple layups. Let's hope they start putting those in.
Yeah, the Miners have had a few good looks. Second free throw is up and good by Sammy Badgett.
Once again, Badgett shows Full court pressure. She's joining Hammond. Who is that? Number 10 there, joining the backcourt by Rimmel.
Ball's going to go out of bounds. The Miners turn it over again here. The Miners got to take a little more time breaking that press. They got plenty of time in the backcourt again to get 10 seconds to cross the timeline.
That's how this press is designed, though, just to put constant pressure on a team throughout the game and force them to make
force you to rush.
Yeah, force them to make a bad pass and, an overhead pass cross court and open up those opportunities for steals. Rimmel shot down low, defended by Phillips, does a nice job defending on the post.
Well, she's got Selke. Oh, tries to make the nice bounce pass, was stolen away there by Rimmel.
Welch is a leading the Miners in assists this year. Gets back, makes a nice defensive play. Boy, bodies flying all over the place and no call.
By Selke. Ball squirting around, and Selke's going to come away with that rebound. Nice stop for the Miners.
Chloe Selke, the Miners' leading rebounder this season.
The Miners got to do a little bit better job of outletting that ball a little quicker. The Lumberjacks had a chance to reset the press after a missed basket, and usually you don't get a chance to do that.
And Coach Farkas showing some abnormal emotion down there. She thought her ball handlers in the backcourt were fouled. I think I agree with her.
Ball dancing around the middle. Again, Rimmel comes away with it, hits Badgett, and Badgett's up and good, making it 8-2 now here halfway through the first quarter.
Story of the quarter so far is the Miners' inability to handle this full court press.
Holder, another steal for the Lumberjacks.
Great nice defensive recovery by Chloe Selke. She started down court.
Phillips in trouble back there, finds Speck.
Speck looks up, cross-court pass to Burgum, who's ready just about at the block. Her layup, no good.
Good ball movement that time by the Miners.
We're getting good looks, yeah, good looks.
Here comes Hammond. Hammond, nice step into the middle. Can't find the bucket. Ball's going to get to the hands of Brittany Phillips, and there's a fight for it down low. We're going to get a jump ball.
A figurative fight, not a literal fight.
Figurative.
Yeah, right.
Of course. And the Miners are going to get possession as the arrow was in their favor.
Grace Hunter makes her first appearance of the game, giving Brianna Burgum a break, and into the game for St. Mary's comes Lacey Sines. Lacey's a 5'7" sophomore. Once again in the backcourt, Phillips has the ball. She's guarded by Sines.
Sines able to tip it away a little bit. Miners struggling to get to the middle of the zone right now. Just seen it a little bit late, it looks like. And Sines comes away with a steal. She's going to get fouled by Welch there on the arm, and she's going to earn 2 shots at the line.
Coach Farkas will use this opportunity to get a 30-second timeout, get resituated, and get back to work here.
So we're going to take a timeout on the floor here as we cut to some of our new ads that we have for you that you get to see throughout the game. Shelby Holder says, "Go Jacks." Some U.S. Navy sailors from the USS Carl Vinson aircraft carrier are watching to support. Glad to see that our vets in our military are watching the game tonight.
And it's nice to see the reach that Channel 3 Sports has here, man. We're reaching people all over the world. That's great.
Well, Signs at the line, shots up, and it's going to hit off the back iron and fall through the bucket, making it 10-2 now. As she hits both free throws. Here comes the Miners attacking. Oh, Welch just can't find the handle, gets knocked away. Badgett's I thought she was gonna pull it out there. Instead, gets that ball to Berkeley McGreal, and she knocks down the bucket.
Phillips has the ball, right side. She passes back to Ellie Welch, takes it up right. Okay, gets the ball to Chloe Selke in the middle.
Center that
she looks up, and now it's a quick cross-court pass, deflected though by that St. Mary's Stacy Mitchell. Nice defensive play.
Here goes Signs. She's going to shoot it up, and she's going to get fouled on the arm and get the and one. Well, that's going to make it 14-2 now. A chance to make it 15-2 if she hits her free throw. Foul that time by Chloe Selke, her first of the ball game, 4th team.
Brittany Phillips will get a break. She's replaced by McKenna Merrick. McKenna's first action of the night. McKenna's a senior.
Glad to have McKenna back too. She again had to quarantine for a little bit.
She's the homecoming queen, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe
Is that right?
she was.
Yeah,
I believe
that's
she
great.
was.
Great.
I believe it was off. Nice rebound there by Mitchell. She can't find the bucket. Rebound to Selke.
You know, the score doesn't really say how close this game is. A couple layups, and it's a lot closer game. The good thing is the Miners are getting plenty of rebounds.
Another bucket there by Berkeley McGreal as that ball was stolen away by Badgett.
McKenny Merrick dribbles it right side. The Miners seem to be dribbling right into
a little too
the
much
jaws of
dribbling
that
to break
trap
that press.
every time down. So
Badgett can't find the bucket.
good job by Ellie Welch.
She's got Speck up top. Oh, just can't handle it. It's going to get knocked away by the Lumberjacks, and the Miners are going to take possession underneath the hoop. We've got 2 minutes to go in the first quarter here. Miners, when they get the ball across half court, they're getting good looks. They just haven't got many to fall yet. I look to see him hit a bucket right here, and there it is, right on cue. That's Grace Hunter with the bucket for the Miners.
You know, without Jaden House, we only have 2 made three-pointers throughout the course of the whole season. So it's imperative that the Miners get the ball inside and keep pounding it inside to our strength. I think we have some real good low post players, and they tend to get open quite a bit. It's just a matter of getting them the ball, catching it, and getting that shot up.
Yep. The ball gets knocked away there, and the Miners are going to get possession back. Chance to cut into this lead with $1:42 to go.
St. Mary stays in that 2-2-1 pressure. Miners have yet to look over the press and go for a full court pass there. Good.
Oh, Ellie Welch just a little too much mustard on that one, and it squirts out of bounds.
That was a good look. Good look, though. I think the key to breaking this press is looking sideline first, then looking to the middle, and if that's not there, reversing the ball back and doing the same thing, and just patiently getting the ball up the floor.
That's the key to breaking in press. Patience.
But it's difficult. Easier said than done. When you see that
is.
opening, you try to split those players. Next thing you know, someone's tapped the ball away, and they're going the other direction.
McGrill with the ball now.
Miners in a 2-3 set, really hustling around.
I think was that Christensen? Not Sierra Christensen.
Yeah, Sierra
knocks
Christensen,
down the
a
bucket.
16-foot runner.
Senior there for St. Mary's knocking down the bucket.
McKelvey Speck, nice job getting the ball up the court. Gets it to Selke in the middle, reverses it to Welch. Okay, now we're in a half-court set.
Now the Miners got a chance to set something up here.
St. Mary's in man-to-man defense.
Grace Hunter takes advantage, gets the and one. Grace Hunter with her 4th point of the ball game.
Great play, and just like that, that could be a momentum changer right there. Grace Hunter, nice shot. She has a chance to complete the 3-point play right here.
And the Miners were able to get that ball down into the post, and that's where they need to get it consistently tonight to stay in this ball game.
Not a lot of fans in the stands this evening. Real quiet crowd.
It is. But all we get these days is the JVs out there cheering them on. State rules we got to abide by here during the COVID-19 era.
We like to say welcome to our cohorts across the way there from St. Mary's. We don't have names for the broadcast crew, but we'll try to get them and send over a bottle of pop or something.
Ball's off the mark there by Christensen, and she's going to foul McKenna Merrick. That'll be the 2nd team foul on St. Mary's.
Nice sportsmanship exhibited by Christensen there. She put that shot up, realized it wasn't going to fall, followed her shot, and then ran right through the Wallace player, but was there to help her up and see if she was okay. So that's nice to see. Ball comes into
Welch.
Ellie Welch. She dribbles right side, gets it up to Selke, keep it advancing it past midcourt.
Selke's able to break the press. Oh, she loses the handle right into the hands of McGreal, and she forces the jump, and that ball will go to the Lumberjacks.
St. Mary's does a real good job of getting their hands in there and deflecting that ball in one way or another and making it difficult for the Miners to get the ball up the floor.
We're under 20 seconds now. I look for St. Mary's maybe to take the last shot. Signs with it now in the corner.
She gets it up top to Christensen. Clock's ticking here.
Ellie Welch knocks it away. The ball gets a shot off there by Stacy Mitchell. It's no good, and that's how the first quarter will end. It's 18-6 Lumberjacks over the Miners, and we'll be back after this. And we're back here for the second quarter again. It's 18-6 Lumberjacks over the Miners right now. We also got KOFE 1240 AM from St. Mary's broadcasting the game on the radio if you don't like listening to us. But we do also have the game, so that's not bad.
It's nice to have options, but we hope you stay with us. Once again, turnover and back the other way. The Lady Lumberjacks are fouled in transition. Lacey Signs will go to the line again. Looked like in the defense in between quarters there, Jared, that Coach Farkas was really encouraging the girls to keep their eyes up court, look to the middle of the floor, and keep that ball progressing down the court.
Lacey Signs good on the first free throw attempt. Yeah, the Miners just got to stay patient with breaking that press. I believe they'll be much better here in the second quarter.
Plenty of rebounders down there. Some tall girls playing for the Miners now. Brittany Phillips, a freshman. She's joined for the first time this evening by Layla Burmeister. And ball's down to McKenna Merrick in the corner. She's double teamed, looking to fight that pressure. She'd be well served to get a timeout right there.
And Coach Farkas does. Coach Farkas gets a timeout there as the trap was on. And we'll take another quick break.
Hey, welcome back. 7:33 here, remaining in the first half. A 19-6 lead for the Lady Lumberjacks. Ellie Welch in the game, inbounding the ball from the baseline. She looks cross court to McKenna Merrick. Merrick makes a move to the left, gets it up to the top to Phillips.
Miners moving the ball well right now.
Ooh,
Merrick, nice take to the bucket.
Great. If we can get to the free throw line, that's gonna help too. Got some great rebounders down there, and let's put these in.
That will be Stacey Mitchell's first foul of the ball game. Third team foul for the Lumberjacks.
Kenna Merrick's first shot up and off the back iron. St. Mary's coming with some reinforcements into the game. Comes Macy Rimmel, Jenna Holder, and number 14, Tacey Watkins. And St. Mary's always seems to have, that lumberjack size. They seem to be really tall, long girls with long arms and real athletic.
Yep, and they're usually real tough, a physical basketball team every year.
This year coached by Gary Krumhauer. I believe it's his first year, a long-time area coach, though. Worked with the junior high teams for many, many years, and now he's working the sideline for the Lumberjacks.
Ball dances around there in the middle a little bit, and we get a jump ball. It's going to go to the Lumberjacks.
Miners working their way back to full strength, Coach Young, but not quite there. Just when they think things are going to start going their way, they have a pretty challenging injury.
Yeah, and she should be back by this weekend. So hopefully for the Miners, it's not a long standing injury for Jaden House.
Had a chance to speak with Jaden, and she just said, she was really upbeat and said this is a chance for some of the other girls to find their way on the court and pick up some of that scoring load that she usually shoulders. And there's Bergen playing some good defense right in the middle. Miners
get that ball to Rimmel. She's off the mark. McKenna Merrick fighting hard with, not sure who was fighting down there. That was, I believe, Tacey Watkins.
Watkins called for the foul. McKenna, they were tied up, and Watkins just kind of used her strength to wrench McKenna Merrick down to the floor. And Bergham's going to get a quick break. She's replaced by Chloe Selke. Inbounding the ball for the Miners, Layla Burmeister.
I got a shout out from Principal Chris Lund here to the Misfits PLC group for the mural that we have in the background there. The Here Come the Miners mural painted by Artco out there in Hayden, Idaho. Did a great job painting the mural for the Miners. They also painted one at St. Mary's. They do a really nice job of really bringing some life in.
Oh man, it's beautiful. Every time I see that mural, it makes me smile and makes me proud to be a Miner.
It does. It really makes the gym come alive. It's
really
great
does.
when the students are here too. But hopefully we can have that fairly soon.
It's difficult to think that just a year ago we were playing to near capacity gymnasiums and having a lot of fun in here, and things are just different now. Not any better, not any worse, just different, and we're doing our best. And a lot of people are to thank for that. Athletic Director Bruce Bailey, of course, Principal Lund. We could just go down the list. Jared Schauber's here, Pat Specht is here working with the athletic department. Miss Brackenbush is keeping score. I mean, it takes a village.
And Mackenzie Hammond with that last bucket there for the Lumberjacks. Miners do a good job breaking the press. There goes Burmeister, and she's just a little short on her layup attempt. Here comes Christensen now.
21-6, 5.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Tipped away by Burmeister. It'll be another squirrel on the floor. And Ellie Welch comes away, gets the ball to Merrick.
That ball is pretty slimy, it seems.
Oh, nice steal there from Kirsten Miller. Gets the steal there for the Lumberjacks.
Miners hustle back on defense. Coach Farkas getting ready to send in McKelvey Specht and Macy Hemphill. Macy's first appearance of the night.
Good in and out there from the Lumberjacks, and that was Holder off the mark, and Phillips the rebound.
Man, great rebounding night so far for the Miners. They haven't given the Lumberjacks many second chances and just seem to turn the ball over
ripped away by Hammond
every time
there.
we get close. Yeah.
Back to Hammond. It's off her hands. That's going to squirt out of bounds. Or excuse me, that was Miller. And it'll be Miner basketball.
Did you know that St. Mary's is the county seat of Benewah County?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Established in 1889, Jacob Ferguson chose that site, the confluence of the St. Mary's and St. Joe Rivers, as a site for a sawmill.
You know what? The history teachers would be proud of you.
Thank you. I think his name was Jacob Fisher.
Burmeister off on the last bucket. Here comes the Lumberjacks again.
Wallace, of course, established in 1884 by Colonel William Wallace, a veteran of the Civil War. The original name of Wallace, Jared, was Placer Creek, and there is some conflict over whether you pronounce it Placer or Placer. What do you go with?
I think I always go with Placer.
It seems like whatever I choose, my wife corrects me.
They tend to do that.
Yep.
You know, they tend to do that.
Right.
All right, the Miners able to come away with it as Holder couldn't quite save the ball for the Lumberjacks. Miners able to set up their offense. Phillips to Hemphill. Hemphill's going to cast off from 18 feet. She's just off the mark.
Good look at the basket, though. She was square and had her feet underneath her, and if we get more of those, we'll get some of those to fall.
Badgett controlling things. Gets the ball right back. She's going to go up off the mark.
Nice ball movement by the Lumberjacks, just making that one extra pass for a layup, and fortunately for us, it kind of rimmed out there. See if we can figure this press out.
The Miners have been doing a better job the second quarter of being able to get the ball past half court and get into their offense a little bit.
And it plays to the Lumberjacks' favor that,
I don't know if Hemphill had to do it that time, but she was trying to keep it alive for the offense.
Yeah, that ball was headed out of bounds. If someone happens to be in that spot, then it's a great play.
Good steal by Welch. She's going to try to go coast to coast, and the lefty's just off the mark.
Oh, man. Ellie banged hard into the pads there at the end of the floor. I hope she's okay.
Holder tries the underhand lane. Can't get it. Burmeister rebound.
Back down. This is where the Miners, when they get defensive rebounds, it'd be great just to get it up in transition.
Off the hands of Speck. Nice idea there from Brittany Phillips. There's Miners unable to connect.
Coach Farkas trying to figure out some of these lineups here, trying to just get something that clicks a little bit.
The Miners have yet to have one game this season. I know they've only played 4 so far, but they've had a different lineup available each and every game so far.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to build team chemistry when your players aren't there to play.
That's right.
It's not necessarily the girls' fault or anything like that. It's just
in conversation with Coach Farkas, she mentioned that it's tough to get any type of
rhythm
going when you have a different group of girls practicing all the time. Some are missing here, some are missing there, and she made it a point to say she's not making excuses. You see her down there coaching her tail off, but when you don't have the horses all at the same time, it makes it real difficult. But there's no quitting these Lady Miners.
Nice shot by Holder there with a little hook in the lane. 23-6 now, 2:33 to go here in the second quarter. And we get a couple subs onto the floor now. Number 2, Trista Jansen, and number 1, Lacey Signs into the ball game now for the Lumberjacks. And it looks like the Miners are going to bring in Ellie Welch back into the game as Phillips takes a seat.
It's like just seniors and sophomores on the St. Mary's lineup. No juniors, no freshmen either. Of course, the Miners have McKelvey Specht is a senior this year, as is
junior.
Oh, excuse me, McKelvey's a junior.
The Miners will be bringing back a lot again in this next year. They only lose, I think, 2 seniors on the team, so there might be a little bit of a growing pains year, but I look for the Miners to do some good things here this season and especially next season.
Yep, real exciting future for these girls.
Ellie Welch with the basketball now. Crosses the timeline, finds Merrick. Gets it into Burmeister. Burmeister takes a little baseline J, just a little off, and rebounds to Hammond.
I've always thought that this hoop on the south side of the gym doesn't work as well as the north side hoop. It seems like I can't get balls to fall down here, so hopefully in the second half the fortunes of the Miners kind of change with the change of the hoop.
Great play on defense last time down the floor by Burmeister, and ball knocks away right to her. And they're going to get a little hold called right there. Foul is on. I think they got that one on Sammy Badgett. Her first foul, 6th team foul. So the Miners, they can force another foul here. They'll get into the 1-and-1.
No shortage of depth for the Lady Lumberjacks. They have 7 girls waiting to get in the game down there, whereas we only have 5. But
and there goes the Lumberjacks. Pass back to Badgett. She can't connect. Gets it to Rimmel, and she finds the bottom of the bucket, making it 25-6 now.
Get that ball. There we go. McKelvey Specht head up the court, looking for options. Passes across court to Hemphill.
Hemphill.
She makes a move to her right. 15-foot jumper from the elbow. Good-looking shot.
She likes to take that one dribble, get that momentum going into the shot, and buries a nice one there.
Yep. Nice shot. Let's get some momentum going here before halftime. 25-8. Miners are cutting into that lead.
Beck. Good defense there in the corner. St. Mary's resets. Being very patient right now on offense.
Pretty high-paced game compared to what the Miners have been playing. St. Mary's really likes to keep that pressure on and get out and run. It's been up and down the whole half, and it looks like the girls are breathing hard right now. It'll be good for them to get in and get a break.
Ball gets in the middle of that time to Mackenzie Hammond, and she knocks down the short jumper.
27-8, 40 seconds.
Be nice to see the Miners get 1 or 2 buckets here to end the half.
Hemphill hunting that shot from the elbow.
Good find to Burmeister inside. Knocked away there by Badgett. And Burmeister gets it back.
Oh, man, St. Mary's, they just are really handsy in there. They have, they do a great job of mirroring that ball and getting their hands on and deflecting those passes.
And Badgett makes another one, 29-8 here with 15 seconds to go in the first half.
See, nice screen set by McKenna Merrick. Maybe some more of that, mid-court screens to open up a driving lane or just at least a passing lane for the Miners. 5 seconds remaining. Ball's in Rimmel's hands. She spots up from 2. Foot was on the line.
And she knocks down the 2-pointer to end the half. And that's going to make it 31-8. So tough first half for the Miners there. Let's hope they have a little comeback in them here in the third quarter. We'll have a short halftime for you. Please enjoy our ads. Support Channel 3.
All right, welcome back, Miners fans. We want to send some shout-outs to some people listening across the world. First of all, we have the Scheuer family listening in Ely, Minnesota. My mom and dad always tune in from Longview, Washington, Keith and Pat Larson. On the USS Carl Vinson, a Nimitz-class nuclear aircraft carrier, we have Shelby Holder. And then Mrs. Miller, the Silver Hills Elementary principals listening from Central Wallace. I'd like to welcome all you guys and just happy to have you with us and enjoy some Wallace Miners lady basketball.
Also like to give a shout out to Lisa, I believe Vanderrob is how you say your name. She's a Miner or the Jacks fan, also tuning in. Feel free to send us your comments and we'll give you a shout out.
All right, let's see what kind of adjustments Coach Farkas made at halftime. Looks like St. Mary's is coming out in a 2-3 set, and this is where the Miners really are strong. Nice job to keep that ball in bounds by Brittany Phillips. Picks the ball up, swings it left side to Merrick. Merrick back to Phillips. Miners being real patient here, hunting for some open shots.
Good screen set that time. I think that was that Burmeister? Was that Phillips or Burmeister on that last shot? Not quite sure. The Miners off the mark. Phillips, sorry, that was Brittany Phillips on the last shot. And it looks like the Miners are going to stick in the 2-3 zone. St. Mary's was in a little man-to-man to start the half.
A little bit different starting lineup for the Miners than started the game. We have out
good
there
hands by Welch that time, knocks the ball all the way to Phillips.
Phillips, Welch, Burgum, Burmeister, and McKenna Merrick to start the second half here. Brittany Phillips handling the majority of the ball handling up top. She passes right side to Merrick.
Brittany Phillips, a freshman for the Miners, getting a lot of playing time tonight.
Layla Burmeister passes up the shot, back out to Merrick. She drives right down the middle and fouled. She'll go to line, shoot two.
Thought she was going to get that one to fall in for the chance for the and one, but not quite. Nonetheless, she's going to get a couple shots.
Yep.
I like the aggressiveness from Merrick right there, really taking it to the Lumberjacks here to start the half.
I think the Miners can kind of slow this game down, get in some half-court sets, and get good looks at the basket. We can cut into this lead and make this a more competitive game. 31-8 here, beginning of the third quarter. McKenna Merrick at the line, her second shot up and just short. Rebound by Burmeister, tapped away by that Sammy Badge, and she brings it up floor. Keeping her head up, looking down the floor. No options there. Swings it left side. That's Mackenzie Hammond. St. Mary's looking to get organized here. Wallace playing a 2-3 zone.
St. Mary's does a really good job of spacing the floor when they're on offense, creating a lot of room, making the Miners really work hard to cover space.
Nice defense by the Miners, though. Burgum stepped up, cut off the driver, and forced about a 10-footer. Miners got the defensive rebound. Really important defensive rebounds. Can't give these Lady Lumberjacks any second chances on offense.
Miners able to get the ball down low to
Burgum.
Burgum.
Nice move, Brianna. Good start there. Brianna averaging about 4 points a game, and she always seems to get a couple of those real clean looks at the basket. Really knows what she's doing down low.
I think she just equaled her point total right there. I think that was her second bucket of the ball game. Ball's off the mark there, out of bounds to the Miners.
Once again, Miners without their leading scorer, Jaden House. She suffered a twisted ankle in the loss in Bonners Ferry on Tuesday of last.
We got a timeout on the floor by St. Mary's. Full timeout, so we'll see you in a minute.
All right, after the St. Mary's timeout, they come back out in that 2-2-1 pressure. Let's see if the Miners have any answers here. Third quarter, 31-10 at this point. Coach Farkas is encouraging the girls to be patient. Ellie Welch looking for a way through. Nice job.
Gets that ball, tries to get it to Burmeister there. Going to get a foul on the floor by the Lumberjacks. They got that one on, I believe that's Jenna Holder, her first personal of the ball game, second team here in the second half.
Myers in a half-court set. Couple posts flashing to the wing. Welch dribbles right side. Great defense on the wing there by Mesa Rim will force that turnover, cut off that passing lane, and Welch had no choice but to drag that pivot foot. St. Mary's ball, 31-10.
The McFurr's family room is watching the Miners tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Nick Hoffman says, thanks for the service for those of you out there on the naval ship. And the Phillips family's watching here. Shout out to number 21. Sheila Tapman says, go Miners.
Up and in for the Lumberjacks, that's Kirsten Miller. Miller, one of the seniors on this team. There's Phillips doing a good job controlling the ball. Passes off to Ellie Welch. You know, it's difficult, but sometimes it's just a slow progression up the court. You go little by little, kind of 3 yards in a cloud of dust. As long as you're not looking to run, just get that ball up past the timeline and then get in some of your half-court sets.
Steal there by Badgett. She's attacking. Welch able to knock it away. Oh, Miners just can't quite come up with that one.
You know, in conversation here in the booth at halftime, we talked about some of the positives for the Miners, and that's a charge. Oh, man.
Oh, when they get a block there on Burgum. I thought she had good defensive position there, but nonetheless.
He must have thought she was sliding her feet there at the last second and trying to get in front. I don't know about that one. We'll see.
Tough call for Burgum there. That's her second personal of the ball game. First team here in the second half.
A few defensive replacements for the Miners in the game is Grace Hunter, Chloe Selke, and McKelvey Specht.
I got a question for you, Mr. Larson. How many Miners are in the mural out there?
How many Miners are in the mural? Oh, man, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the very least. I see 6 Miners. Is there more? Does anybody have an answer to that question?
I don't know. We'll have to see if Mr. Lung tunes in with that comment answer. We'll find out. Holder at the line.
And I'm curious to know, is it the same artist that has done the mural in Kellogg and the one in St. Mary's? Is it the same person?
I believe so. Each one of those.
Yeah, man, they are beautiful. Yeah, the first one I remember was the one in St. Mary's, just that huge lumberjack there on the side.
Yeah, St. Mary's does have an incredible mural. They've added to it, I think, over the years. They have a couple in there, and that's where we got the idea to do it here. Was from St. Mary's, and we thought we got to have one of those around here.
These two communities are real similar. We take a lot of pride in you know, our rich mining heritage. St. Mary has a little bit more of a river heritage, but eventually, you know, both towns linked by the railroad.
And last turnover there by the Miners gives the ball to the Lumberjacks.
And that's a travel right there too.
Mackenzie Hammond gets away with
nitpicking a little bit.
Holder with it now up top, resetting things for the Lumberjacks. Little 4-out look against the zone.
Not a lot of movement. Miners heads on a swivel.
Cross court pass to Holder, gets it to Badgett, thinks about it, doesn't like it. And we get 3 in the key there. I think they called that one on Kirsten Miller for camping in the key a little bit too long.
Yeah, and certainly a positive, making the Lumberjacks move that ball around and getting caught with her foot in the cookie jar, so to speak.
Yep. Onto the floor, number 15, Stacy Mitchell for the Lumberjacks.
We got confirmation on the number of Miners in the mural drill, and it is in fact 6. So
right on
your
answer.
I'm really good at games like I Spy and things like that. I've been playing with my son Oliver for many years. We made many long car rides where that is the game of choice, and it seems to never end. You know, just goes on and on.
Brittany Phillips with the last bucket there for Miners, and she gets a steal there on defense. Tips the ball.
You know, it seems like Ellie Welch is always picking herself off the floor after making great hustle plays, and that is awesome to see. She's a great role model for any young basketball player.
Good passing by the Miners there to Selke as she forces the foul by the Lumberjacks. That was Jenna Holder with the foul, her second personal, and Selke's going to get 2 shots. And she's off on the first. Second attempt coming onto the floor. Lacey Sign's going to come in as Holder's going to take a seat. Second attempt here. And she's off on the second. Rebound to Mitchell.
St. Mary's comes back up court. Here comes Sammy Badgett. She's met up front by Ellie Welch and McKelvey Specht playing on top of the 2-3 zone. great movement by the Miners. They're really flying around out there.
Thanks.
Coach Farkas encouraging them to pick up the defensive intensity.
Thanks, John Christensen, for saying, "Go Jacks." Thanks, Wallace High, for making everything available to us. We appreciate you guys watching out there. Shot up that time by Rimmel. She's off the mark. Badgett off the mark. Cleaned up there by Mitchell as she makes it 36-12.
You got to work on your reads a little bit.
Reads?
Yeah, the reads from the shout-outs.
I know. I do a terrible job. I think
oh, nice move by Grace Hunter inside
my
her.
team here.
Layup off the rim, but Chloe Selke's there to clean it up. 14-36, 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Here comes Badgett back. The Lumberjacks continue to force that pace. Badgett shot no good. Selke working hard on the boards.
And Nick Hoffman's grateful the athletes get to play with all this going on. Everybody doing their part, so we can hopefully get these crowds back soon. I know the kids wish they could be out here watching.
Like, for example, did he say all of that?
He did.
I know the kids could wish they were out here watching.
About that.
Okay. All right. Well, you got to be careful when you're quoting people.
I'm trying my best here.
Thanks for watching, Mr. Hoffman. Mr. Hoffman serving in capacity. He runs the GT program there at the elementary school and has a great impact on the kids. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Hoffman.
Nice runner that time. I think was that Sierra Christensen?
Yeah, nice looking shot right there. Here's Phillips in the backcourt once again. St. Mary's keeping the pressure on.
Ooh, almost nice defense there that time by Signs.
Once again, Welch picks herself up off the floor and just right on ball defense. Look at her flying around out there.
Yeah, Ellie is working hard there for the Miners, trying to get back into this ball game.
Nobody's outworking number 23.
Good position inside there by the Lumberjacks. Kicks it back out. Off the mark that time. Another good rebound.
Oh, man. Nice job by Chloe Selke to, cut down on any third, fourth chances there for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, it is. Kelby Speck now attacking the hoop. Kicks it to Hunter. Hunter thinks about it, but she's going to travel in the lane. Just couldn't decide, I think, what she wanted to do there right away. Lumberjacks in good position.
St. Mary's making it difficult for all the Miners out there.
And here comes Christensen. Setting it up for the Lumberjacks. Miners sticking with that 2-3 zone. Shot up and good from Berkeley McGreal.
McGreal, 5'6" sophomore. Good looking shot from the right side. Here come the Miners again, trying to figure out this pressure.
Do a good job getting it to Selke in the middle. Find Hunter. And the Miners able to set the offense.
Enormous amount of pressure tonight on Phillips and Welch to take over, those ball handling responsibilities that are usually handled by Jaden House. So kudos to them for keeping this show going.
Whoa, good
but
look to try to get it inside there by Welch. Just
it's apparent the Miners are missing House this evening.
Yeah, anytime you lose one of your top ball handlers, that makes it tough on you.
20 seconds left here, third quarter, 40-14. Selke playing defense with intensity on the wing.
10 seconds now to go here in the third quarter. Nice take there by McGreal, but she can't find the bucket.
And a foul called on the Lumberjacks, number 15. That's Stacy Mitchell. That'll be Mitchell's third foul.
Chloe's been working really hard down low there for the Miners. Has a good rebound total in this ball game.
She is the Miners' leading rebounder. Does a great job on both the offensive and defensive boards. Seems to me this year she's playing a little bit further out from the hoop. Nice. It'd be great to see her get position down there. Yeah. First, we got to get the ball past midcourt. Welch's shot up, and good look at the hoop from the timeline, but falls short. Miners down 26 points at this junction, the end of the third quarter. Please join us for the conclusion. Be right back. Interesting choice of music there during the timeout by Mr. Schauber, running on empty, and that, this isn't the Miners' night, but let's hope that it can make some progress here in the fourth quarter and hang their hat on some positive improvements in the game. Looking forward to the remainder of the season. St. Mary's always a difficult team to play and always has a real competitive squad.
Good fight for the basketball down there. The Miners, Ellie Welch fights hard to keep it possession, knocks it off of the Lumberjacks. And the Miners gets a chance to set up their out-of-bounds play.
Ball's up top to Speck. Coach Farkas encouraging to get that shot up. I like it when coaches empower their players to take open shots.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a different game than when I played. Everybody's a shooter, it seems, but,
all up and good there by Mitchell. She knocks one down for the Lumberjacks. Yeah, back in my day, if you shot when you weren't supposed to, you got taken out of the game.
That's right. That's right.
I've had that happen to me. I took a shot in the first 10 seconds of a game. I started the game. And about 5 seconds later on the next dead ball, I took a seat on the bench for the rest of the first quarter. So it was an open look on the baseline, I will say that.
Oh, it's so much fun and so rewarding working with young kids and coaching these sports, Jared. I know that you're lucky enough to have opportunity, as am I. And, there's just times that stick out in your mind. You remember little bits and pieces of practice and games last year. I don't want to poke any fun at Tegan Golday, but I put him in a situation late in the game last year and told him, whatever you do, don't shoot a three-pointer here. And as soon as he got the ball, he jacked it up from about 25 feet.
Put that idea in his head, you know.
But it was an open shot, and I'd say often, hey, man, take open shots.
Burgum now with it, gets it to Speck.
Hemphill working hard down low to get position. She's guarded well by Jenna Holder. Ball goes right side to Phillips.
Attacks the lane, but it's stolen away that time from Badgett.
Exciting to see Brittany Phillips making her first couple varsity starts here. She's been an exciting player in the junior high system for a number of years, and we have high hopes for her and her game here at Wallace High School.
Good hard work down low by Hammond, just not able to find the bucket. Badgett now with a clean look. She's off the mark, and Hemphill is going to rip down the rebound for the Miners. Here come the Miners on the attack. Here comes Speck. Slows it down, finds Burgum in the middle. She's going to make a move at the hoop. And she's up and good with a nice little jump shot.
Brianna's 6th point of the evening. Nice shot by Brianna Burgum. 16:44, 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
One thing I just like to see the Miners finish hard, play tough defense. Oh, there goes Holder up in the middle, and she gets the nice little layup to fall. Making it 46-16 now. I'd like to give a little shout out to our sponsors for the Channel 3 Sports here in the Wallace High School. The Nettie Brothers, their construction company, as well as Zico, their real estate. NASCO has been a great supporter. Wallace Ace Hardware and building maintenance at Northwest Mine Supply. The McGilvery Environmental. Shot up and good that time by Badgett. More shout outs here. Love and Karen Moore also supported us. MCE Garbage, Hecla Mining Company giving us a little bit of love, as well as Dr. Brands, Osborne Family Medicine gave us a little shout out. The Wallace Pizza Factory, of course, always been a great supporter of the Miners.
What up, Jameer?
Let's see, I'm missing a couple here. I gotta be out. The Johnson's Gems, anytime you need I know my daughter has a great rock collection at home. Her favorite store in Wallace is Johnson's Gems. Wallace Harvest Foods, another one supporting us. I can't tell you how great this community has been to supporting the Miners throughout the years and this year for the Channel 3 broadcasts.
And same thing goes for the community in St. Mary's. Both cities, both towns love high school sports and come out in full strength to support their squads, even when we're dealing with a pandemic. So. Yep. Thanks for joining us. Miners will be in action again tomorrow night. They head to Priest River to play Priest River for the 3rd time in 3 weeks. Real difficult to beat a team 3 times in one season, and we'll see if the Lady Miners can get back on track tomorrow night. It's going to be difficult once again, missing Jaden House, but this is a learning experience tonight. Hopefully they can build on some of the positives that they were able to come up with here.
And speaking of positives, the Miners coming out real aggressive outside of that timeout right there, and McKenna Merrick able to earn a couple shots at the line here. She's off on the first. Hopefully she can knock down this second one. And she's off on the second. Rebound to Tacey Watkins. Watkins going to get the ball back now.
Wholesale substitutions for the Lumberjacks, making some replacements here and giving some different girls a chance to play.
Christensen with the deep jumper buries that one, making it 50-16 now. I believe we'll have a running clock here for the rest of this ball game. So it'll quicken up the pace just a hair.
There's Burmeister down low. Good drop step to the baseline. Her shot rims off.
It was a nice move that time. Just didn't get it to fall.
No shortage of good looks for the Miners tonight. We're getting good looks at the basket. Just the consistency is in there, and we're not able to get that ball in the hoop. Haven't had much more luck with the north hoop than we did the south hoop.
No. Thought we might see a little difference here in the second half, but not quite. Jump ball on the floor. Ball's going to stay here with the Lumberjacks.
Miners staying in that 2-3 zone. Ellie Welch working hard to deny the inbounds pass.
Richardson thought about it. Instead, gets the ball to McGrill, but she's off the mark. Fight for the rebound. And they're going to give that one to the Miners. It's going to be a foul on the Lumberjacks. They called that one on Michaela Spray as she's into the ball game now, a sophomore for the Lumberjacks.
Fortunately, the Miners will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Unfortunately, though, that clock continues running while we're lining up, so no chance to really cut into that lead. Phillips, left side.
Nice take in the middle of the lane. She throws one up. Not quite going to find the bottom of the bucket, but another good look from the Miners.
Miners do
Christensen.
Good job of getting back on defense. Shot goes up. Nice rebound by Burmeister. Ball's deflected out of bounds off the Lady Lumberjacks. It will be Wallace ball with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. 50-16 here. Kirby Krulitz Court, December 1st. Thanks for joining us. Once again, the Lady Miners will be in action again tomorrow night. They take the road to meet Priest River, as do the boys in their opening action of the year.
And I believe I think they'll be able to have a broadcast of that game too. It won't be us here at Channel 3, but I believe Priest River might have a way to watch the game as well. So stay tuned for that on the Facebook page.
In conversation with the athletic director this evening, Bruce Bailey said they're working overtime to try to get that system up and running by tomorrow night. And if you want to watch, you can get it on nfhs.org.com. I do not know.
All stolen away there by McGreal. He makes a nice pass there to Jansen, and she's going to knock that one down. Under 2 minutes to go now. The Miners still trying to fight. There's no quitting these Miners, I'll say that.
No, it seems like we've said it a million times, but it's just great to see them continuing to play, even though things are not going their way this evening.
That was a nice pass that time by Ellie Welch to Burmeister. She knocks down the bucket.
Burmeister had to step up and play some pretty important minutes early in the season versus Priest River in the loss to the Post Falls Junior Varsity in the Silver Valley Championship Tournament.
Ball almost stolen away by Welch there. Falls right back into the hands of Spray. Ooh, stolen away there by Burmeister. Nice stop by the Miners on defense that time.
Looking down at Ellie Welch's apparel on her feet.
Always.
Is there another pair of black and white shoes out there somewhere, or did she buy them that
I
time?
think she told me she bought them like that.
That's cool.
She either lied to me and bought 2 pairs of shoes, or I think they came like that.
These will last twice as long. I like to have 5 or 6 pairs of shoes in my rotation so they last a long time. That's one thing my dad taught me early on in my life.
Yeah. My dad used to say, "How much were those shoes?" That's what I usually got.
But there is nothing like a new pair of shoes to make your day. 42 seconds left here. 54-21. Miners trailing the Lady Lumberjacks. Ellie Welch at the line. She's shooting 1-1. Her first shot up. Bounces in. Gets the shooter's roll. 30 seconds left here. This is the thing. We have substitutions. The ball going out, and that clock continues to run.
Tanya Specs watching here tonight says it's been great to be able to watch the game. Thanks. John Christensen, again, great job with communication. Nice job, guys. Everybody loves the positivity. And Alyssa Lewis says, nice. Go, Layla.
Go, Layla. All right. Like to send a shout out before the game ends to her brother, Ledger, student of mine, his brother, Oscar, and Lane Sanders as well. Sanders family, good listeners.
And that's how this one's going to end tonight. The Lumberjacks are going to take this one 54-23 over the Miners tonight. We appreciate all the comments during the ball game. Thanks for watching, Miner fans and Lumberjack fans and whoever else was out there. We appreciate everything that you do for us. And again, 54-23 end of the game. Thanks, Barry, for helping me call the game
Hey, it's
tonight.
always a pleasure. Love being up here in this Channel 3 Sports News booth. You guys do a great job here. If you could be inside the booth, maybe someday we'll get a camera in here, but it is a really nice setup, a comfortable place to watch a game, and thanks for having me. It's literally the best seat in the house.
I appreciate it. We always love having your help up here. Well, that'll be all here from Kirby Krulitz Court tonight. Good night, Miner Country, and go Miners.